How are you guys doing? Happy Thursday? I think it's Thursday today. Today we're talking about a topic that we have been discussing here for a couple of days now. If you feel broken after a narcissistic relationship, or you're stuck in a long marriage or relationship wondering whether to walk away or stay, this message is for you. So let's talk about it. If this message found you, it's because you're ready to receive this message, right? Don't mind my hair, guys. That's why I'm wearing my hat, because my hair is a little crazy today. So let's start with this. If you're watching this with tears in your eyes, if your chest feels heavy, if you're questioning everything, your marriage, your worth, your future, I want you to hear this clearly before anything else. Give me a second, guys. I have to put this video on Do Not Disturb so we don't get caught off. So just know that you're not weak. You're not dramatic. You are not broken. You are standing in the intersection of love, grief, and self-respect. And that is one of the hardest places a human heart can stand. Walking away from a long marriage or relationship doesn't just hurt because of the person. It hurts because of the years, the memories, the sacrifice, the dreams you adjusted, the version of yourself you gave to keep this marriage or relationship alive. And when you discover again that he's betraying you, that he's cheating, your heart doesn't just break for today. It breaks for everything you already forgave. You're not just grieving the man. You're grieving the life you believed in. Many women stay because they believe leaving means wasting their life. But here's the truth, no one says gently enough. Time spent loving deeply is never a waste. What does cost you is staying in a place where your soul keeps shrinking. You didn't fail the marriage or the relationship. You carried it longer than it could stand. Loyalty is not the same as self-erasure. You are not throwing away the years. You are refusing to throw away the rest of your life. Let me read that again. You are not throwing away the years spent in the relationship. You are refusing right now to throw away the rest of your life. And why does your heart still hurt even when you know the truth? You can know that he's cheating. You can know that he's betraying you. You can know he won't change, or she, and still love him or her. That doesn't mean you're weak. It means your bond in a system where love was mixed with pain. Inconsistent affection confuses the nerve system. Hope becomes addictive. Apologies create emotional whiplash. You keep waiting for the version of him that shows up just enough to keep you hoping. And your heart isn't stupid. Your heart is loyal. When someone betrays you repeatedly, the pain doesn't say he made a choice. The pain whispers, you're not enough. But listen carefully. People who cheat don't do it because their partner lacks value. They do it because they lack integrity. Let me repeat that again. You don't lack value. He or she did not betray you because you lack value. They did it because they lack integrity, accountability, and emotional maturity. You didn't fail to be enough. He failed to be faithful. You didn't fail to be enough. He failed to be faithful. So stop blaming yourself. Has nothing to do with you. Hi, Nena. Si hablan español, me dejan saber para traducirle. You don't have to decide everything today. You are allowed to grieve and still choose yourself. Love him and still walk away. Feel broken and still be brave. Strength doesn't feel like confidence at this stage. It feels like honesty with yourself. Ask yourself this question, not with fear, but with truth. If nothing changes in the situation you're in right now, if nothing changes, can I survive another 5 years of this? If nothing changes right now in your relationship, can you survive another 5 years of this? And let that sink in. Divorce or a breakup, it's not failure. Sometimes it's boundary. Hi, Livese. Thank you. Choosing yourself after years of trying is not selfish. It's an act of survival. The woman you are becoming doesn't need to prove anything anymore. She just needs peace. And when I mean peace, I'm thinking about the constantly checking his phone, the putting a GPS in his phone or his car. And when I say he, is because I'm a woman, but it could be a he or she, whatever, your partner. Your nerve system always going crazy. When the person goes out, you don't know where they're going, if they're coming, if they're cheating, if they're betraying, if they're gonna do it again. Are they gonna leave me for her? And you're constantly in like a survival mode, not knowing what's going on, feeling not enough, feeling broken, feeling like you're about to lose something and that you need to do something. If you feel broken, it's not because you're weak. It's because you love past your own limits. And the fact that you're questioning, reflecting, and listening to your heart right now, that's not brokenness. It's awakening. So congratulations, you're awakening. Even though it's painful, even though it hurts, even though this is not the awakening you hope for. Whatever you decide, let it be rooted in truth, not guilt. And remember, you're not throwing away your life. You're not throwing your life away. You're deciding how the rest of it will feel. If you're watching this and you feel broken, confused, exhausted, or like you don't recognize yourself anymore, I want you to pause with me for a moment and breathe. There's nothing wrong with you. What you're experiencing is the result of emotional conditioning, not weakness. This message is for the woman who loved deeply, tried harder, explained herself over and over again, and still walked away feeling like she wasn't enough. In an emotionally manipulative or narcissistic relationship, the damage doesn't come from one big moment. It comes from slow erosions. Things or situations over time that happened. He cheated, he betrayed me, he mistreated me, he hit me, he did this, he did that. Any action towards you that made you feel like you weren't enough, any action that made you feel broken, and you let it slide, you overlooked it. You weren't attacked. You were being trained. Being trained meaning things that were happening over and over again so that you can get used to it and not complain and not walk away. And if you don't know what a narcissistic relationship is, Google it, look it up. It's just a person who has a lot of traumas, and because of his traumas, is breaking you because they're failing to do their inner work. Being constantly misunderstood, having your feelings minimized, being blamed for reactions to mistreatment, loving someone who never took accountability. Over time, this creates self-doubt. You start questioning your memory, your intuition, your worth. Here's the truth that changes everything. You are not broken. You are not broken. You were trained to survive emotionally unsafe conditions. Hypervigilance equals survival skills. Over-explaining equals attempt to be understood. People-pleasing equals desire for peace. Emotional exhaustion equals caring without reciprocity. Those traits didn't appear because you were weak. They appear because you were trying to love someone who couldn't meet you emotionally. I'm gonna repeat that again. Those traits didn't appear because you were weak. They appear because you were trying to love someone who couldn't meet you emotionally. I'm gonna give you a nice example that came to my mind. I'm sure everyone knows what a snake is, right? Let's take, which I don't know which it is, but let's take the most venomous, violent snake. and you look at the snake and you think it's cute, right? So you pick up this snake, even though this snake people bites people, and when they bite them, they give them that venom that kills them, right? But you're like, yeah, it's a snake, and you know all of this about this snake. And you take the snake home, and you want to cuddle with the snake, and you want to keep the snake inside your house, where this snake cannot be conditioned to be inside a house. You cannot train this snake. In its nature, it bites people, it attacks people, it mistreats people, it gives you venom, right? But you take it home because you think it's cute. And I don't even know why I have that in my mind. And you try to hug it. Every time you try to hug it, it bites you. And you try to cuddle with it. Until one day, it bites you and you end up in the hospital each time. And you know it bites you. And you know it's a snake. You know it's venomous. You know every time you hug it, you end up in the hospital. But you're trying to help the snake. You feel bad. Why does the snake do that? Let me get a trainer. Maybe a trainer is gonna train. Maybe there's something I can say. Let me say you're watching a YouTube video on how to make this wild snake a snake that you can cuddle and love, and it will give you love back. And I give you that little example because it's crazy to think about it, right? Like, what? A snake? But it's the same thing. A narcissist, you can't negotiate with them. You can't make them see your worth. And you're trying and trying and trying, and you get hurt each time. Sit and analyze yourself. Why do I keep choosing that? Love yourself and choose yourself. Many women think, I left this relationship. Why do I still feel empty? Right? Because you left the relationship, you should be happy and looking for someone else, right? You decide to leave. Because the relationship trained your nerve system. This relationship trained your nerve system. And if you don't work on yourself, because not only does a narcissist person has trauma and needs to work on themselves, but also the person that was with them feels so broken and so undervalued and so mistreated and feel like they're not enough, that they need to heal and work on themselves to gain that confidence again that was broken by this person. And the more you've been in a relationship, the longer you've been in this relationship, the more conditioned you've been, and the more broken inside you are. You need to rebuild yourself from the inside out. Your body learned to stay alert. Calm feels unfamiliar, meaning you can find a good man out there, but if you don't work on yourself, it's not gonna work because you're used to chaos. You're used to the other person cheating and your nerve system all over the place and the checking the phone and this and so you find a nice calm man, it's not gonna work because you need to work on yourself before you move into another relationship, because it's gonna feel unfamiliar. You're gonna be too calm. It's gonna be too loving. Silence feels unsafe. Peace feels boring at first. Healing isn't about forgetting them. It's about reteaching your nerve system that you are safe now. So if you decide to leave this relationship, or if you left this relationship where you feel broken, you feel like you're not enough, you feel like you weren't valued, you need to start reteaching your nerve system that you are safe now, that it's okay, that you're valued, that you're loved, that you deserve love, right? Confidence doesn't return through affirmations alone. So you can sit here and, recite all these affirmations. They do help. But it returns through evidence. Confidence returns through evidence. I'm going to give you 3 rebuilding practices that you can do. Number 1 will be keep small practices to yourself. Like drink water every day, go for a walk every day for 30 minutes, go to bed when you say you will, right? If you say, okay, so I'm going to go to sleep every day at 9 o'clock, make sure you go to bed at 9 o'clock. Because that's something, it's a small promise that you're keeping to yourself. What are some things that you're going to do or that you feel that you need to do? And keep those promises to yourself. Number 2, reduce emotional access. You don't owe explanations to anyone. You don't need closure conversation. There's no point in talking to them. Seriously. Distance is medicine, not punishment. And number 3, name your truth quietly. You don't need to convince anyone. Your clarity doesn't require their agreement. Each small act of self-trust repairs what manipulation tried to destroy. Let me read that again. Each small act of self-trust repairs what manipulation tried to destroy. You didn't lose yourself. You paused yourself to survive. And the version of you that's coming back now, right? She's wiser. She sees red flags sooner. So you see it was wrong. You're not painting the red flags green. She chooses peace faster. Now you're realizing and you're saying to yourself, I don't want this anymore. You are not starting over. You are reclaiming. If you feel broken today, let this be the day you stop attacking yourself for what someone else damaged. I'm going to repeat that. If you feel broken today, let this be the day you stop attacking yourself for what someone else damaged. Someone else damaged. It's not your fault. It's not you. It's not that you're not enough. It's not that you're not valuable, that you're not beautiful. It's not something that you did wrong. Stop blaming yourself for what someone else did or is doing. If this message spoke to you, comment the word rebuilding below. Not for me, but for you. You're rebuilding. And if you're ready to keep healing, subscribe. We don't rush healing here. We restore it. You are not broken. You were conditioned. So ask yourself, what part of yourself are you reclaiming today? I really hope this video helped you guys. I am going to, like every time I do a message here in the morning, I've been getting a message from the Bible. So let's see what the Bible, right? What the Bible has to say to this message today. What does God want us to know, right? And I do it like this. I know is people are like, why are you doing that to the Bible? Let me be. Let's see what's the message for today. Wow. Well, this is not highlighted, so I've never read this before. This is Psalm 110 and Psalm 111 is an angel number, so we should look that up. But you know what? We're going to read both of them. Let me see. I think, yeah, they're very short. We're going to read both of them and see. Maybe there's a message in there for you. I've never read this. Usually it's highlighted when I read it. Yeah, they're very short. Psalm 110 and 111. Jesus. Oh, my stuff is like flying everywhere, guys. Okay. What does this say? Let me read it. So Psalm 110. The Lord says to my Lord, sit at my right hand until I make your enemies a footstool for your feet. Oh man. Listen. I'm sorry, because you know I love reading it on live, because since I haven't read it, it's funny because it, you know, a lot of images come to my mind. So sit at my right hand until I make your enemies a footstool for your feet. So whomever hurt you is gonna get a nice smackdown. That's how I feel. You can interpret it however you like. The Lord will extend your mighty scepters from Zion, saying, rule in the midst of your enemies. Your truth will be willing on your day of battle. Array in holy splendor. Your young men will come to you like dew from the morning moon. The Lord has sworn and will not change his mind. You are a priest forever. In the order of Melchizedek. I can't read that, guys. The Lord is at your right hand. He will crush kings on the day of his wrath. He will judge the nations, heaping up the dead and crushing the rulers of the whole earth. He will drink from a brook along the way, and so he will lift his head high. Listen, God is with you. He saw everything you went through. We've been talking about this in all my lives. He saw what you've been through. He heard everything. He saw everything. And you've been faithful to God. You've been a good person. The person who hurt you, God is bringing judgment to them. They're going to go through some things. And they're not going to be very nice. And it sounds like God is very angry. It sounds like he's very angry. Let me see what the meaning of this, what it says. So it says, so look forward to God's final and total destruction of the wicked. It says God will reign on earth, so the light will always win. So you are a person of the light. You are a person of faith. You are a person of God. And he has you in his right hand. And he's going to bring judgment to anyone and anything that has hurt you in the past. Bottom line, your enemies are going to get a smackdown. Because God is bringing judgment up on them. It says here, God will overcome evil forces. It says many people have very interesting or weird beliefs in God, but refuse to accept that God as anything more than a greater human teacher. The Bible, however, does not allow that option. It says God is a great teacher. So God is going to teach these people a lesson. They believe or not, they're going to start believing in God after that smackdown. So it's pretty much what it says. So it's Psalm 110. You can read it on your own and see what the interpretation is. Mine says your enemies, your lover, whomever harmed you is going to get a smackdown. Bottom line. Let's read Psalm 111 and see what it says. It says, all that God does is good. God is the beginning of wisdom. So lean on to God. Give your problems to God. Keep your faith. Believe. He heard. He saw everything. Don't ever lose faith because of the things that you've been through. So Psalm 111 says, I will extol the Lord with all my heart in the council of the upright and in the assembly. Great are the works of the Lord. They are pondered by all who delight in them. Glorious and majestic are his deeds, and his righteousness endure forever. He has caused his wonders to be remembered. The Lord is gracious and compassionate. He provides food for those who fear him. He remembers his covenant forever. So God has not forgotten you. He's right there and he's going to provide for you and he's going to make sure that you're good and that you get judgment and that people that hurt you pay for that. He has shown his people the power of his works. So if they didn't believe in God, they're going to start believing. You know, there's a lot of narcissists actually that have God's name in their mouth. God this, God that. They probably even go to temple churches or whatever. God is going to show them if he's there or not. God's going to show them. They think God is a joke. God is going to show them. Give them the land of other nations. The works of his hands are faithful and just. All his precepts are trustworthy. They are established forever and ever, enacted in faithfulness and uprightness. He provides redemption for his people. He ordained his covenant forever. Holy and awesome in his name. So pretty much God is saying, God is amazing. God loves you. God is there for you. He sees everything. You know, he makes all wrong right. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. All who follow his precepts have good understanding. To him belongs eternal praise. So it says that the beginning of wisdom is to believe in God. To believe in him and not only read his word, because there's a lot of people with the Bible in their hand. Not only to read the word, but live your life according to what God wants. And don't ever do something wrong because somebody wronged you. Don't do it. If your significant other is cheating, betraying you, don't do something to him to get payback. Let God handle everything. Focus on you, on your healing. Go to the gym, go take a class, whatever, a Zumba, dance, whatever class you like, to keep your mind every day focused on your healing. And don't worry about if he's leaving with the other woman, if he's marrying her. The person is not a good person. The person is gonna mistreat the other person the same way they mistreated you. And I know your heart hurts, and I know it's hard, especially when you've been in a long time relationship. But focus on you. I swear God got you. Sit in stillness and talk to God and tell him to give you the strength. And tell him to show you with clarity what you should do next. God is there. He sees everything. But don't jeopardize that love that God has for you and how he got you right on his right hand by going against the woman that you're being cheated on, by going against the man that is hurting you. Don't do it. Release that energy and let it go with love. Release it and let it go with love. Sit down and build that conversation or that connection with God. Say, God, please show me what you want me to do, what I should do next. Bring the people that are going to help me. Bring the tools that I need to heal my heart and be confident in myself again. And I'm telling you, like so many videos, guys, keeping your body moving and active is amazing. If you're not able to ground, which I've talked to this in the channel, putting your bare feet on the ground while you're facing the sun every day. You might live in a cold place or, you know, the sun is not out, whatever. If you're not able to move your body every day. It could be swimming, whatever you want. It doesn't matter. What do you like to do? And even if you don't like it, maybe you don't like the Zumba class. You're like, I'm not doing that crazy. Go to a yoga class. It's more calm. Try it. Go try it. Just keep your mind busy. Get a good book. It's Not You is an amazing book. I made a video about it that will help you because it talks about narcissistic relationships and how to heal. You have to look for ways to heal yourself. You have to look for things that you can do to heal yourself because you feel broken. And you're not the only one. There's millions of women out there. You're not the only one. And what they're doing is not right. And there's nothing wrong with you. You're beautiful. You're valuable. You deserve love. It's just some things that we need to go through to learn our value and what we deserve. I'm pretty sure now that you've been through this relationship, now you know your worth. Now you know that you don't deserve that. Now you know what you want, right? You want someone opposite of what you were in. And you're gonna have that, but you need to work on yourself and heal first. And it's not a easy thing to do, but it's much easier when you keep yourself busy, when you keep yourself moving. I'm telling you, it hurts. I know. Sometimes you're just holding your heart, and sometimes you feel like you can't breathe because so much hurt. And you keep looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, am I not beautiful? Am I fat? Like, what's going on? Is this other person better than me? Why are they treating me like this? They have trauma. Think of trauma like a disease. Hi, Carmen. Look at trauma like a disease. I'm sure that their father, right? If you were with a man that mistreated you, their father did the same thing. Their brothers are doing the same thing. And you know, my daughter's right all the time. She's she's always telling me stuff. My daughter told me, Mom, she said, I mean, she tells me things and sometimes I just want to like scream because I know she's right, but you know, I just stay quiet. My daughter said, Mom, you went in a family where, but she did a comparison where they were all, was it wolf that she said? She said you went in a family, right? Where they were all wolves, right? Their dad, their brother, everybody was cheating. But you saw your man as a sheep. How cute and innocent, and even feel bad for him and wanted to love him. And she kept repeating, she said, Mom, you went inside a whole family of wolves, but you thought your man was a sheep. And then Years later, you realize he's a woman. I mean, she said it the cutest. She's 16, by the way. She said it the cutest way. But if you think about it, you kind of feel dumb because after you come out of a narcissistic relationship, or maybe you have many, it took you a couple of them to realize. If you think about it, she is so right. We see all the red flags. You see all the stories, right? That your man's brothers are all cheating. They're all having kids outside the family. They're all having this baby mama, the other woman drama with a wife. All of them. You hear these stories of how their father treated their mom that way. You hear your mother-in-law tells this cute story about how she was cheated on with everybody in town. And you're like, oh, that's so sad. But then she swears to you that your man is the only one that doesn't cheat. He's different. And then 9 years later, and you were the only one in love with a wolf that you thought was a sheep. Yeah. It's cute to say, it's cute to smile now, but man, I think about it and I'm like, all those years, like, are you serious? And sometimes you don't even see the proof, you know, that they are cheating. But let me tell you something. God didn't want you to see the truth because you were not ready, because you would have been more broken, and because God knows you crazy. You believe in God, you're a woman of faith, but you crazy. God didn't want you in jail. So now that you left the relationship, maybe after you take some time to do some healing, read some books, you know, exercise, feed your mind, you find out the whole truth. There's been a narcissist all along, playing with you all along, manipulating you all along, cheating on you, betraying on you, talking trash about you. And it's the same thing the dad did, the brothers did, everybody did. But you were kind of blindfolded. But if you're watching this video, congratulations. You're not blindfolded anymore. You're awakened to the truth. You know, I really hope this video helps you guys. And the past couple of videos have been kind of about the same kind of topics, but I feel like it's important, and I'm gonna continue doing them depending on what happens. I had not one or two, a lot of women going through exactly the same thing. And you know what's getting to me? It's not that, you know, they're going through the same thing. It's how broken they feel. And when I talk to them, like, I even get emotional. I get sad because after so many women coming to you, crying and telling you how broken they feel, and you're looking at these women like, and I'm telling you, it's not one specific person. It's been, this past 2 weeks, it's been a lot of women reaching out, crying. I guess, I don't know, God is sending them to me so they can release that sadness. And it's nice that they're coming to me and they trust me enough to tell me what's going on. And you know, a lot of them are people who I known for a while. But after so many stories, and today it hit me because today I sat in my office and I was like, all these women, they're all calling me. They're so broken. They're so broken. They're crying. They don't know what to do. They feel like they're not enough. They feel, And I look at their picture, and I know them in person. And I'm like, but you're so beautiful. You're such a good woman. There's nothing wrong with you. And they're blaming themselves, and they're trying to find the answers as to why do I not feel enough? Why do I feel so broken, like I'm not enough, like I don't hold any value? And I see the value in them because I look at them and I'm like, you're so beautiful. You're like, so, nobody's perfect, but it's like, you're perfect. You're a good mom. You take care of a household. And yet you're here crying because you are so broken. And all I can do is sit in the phone and talk to them and encourage them. But after a while of so many stories, it gets to you. And today it got to me. Because it seems like every day for the past 2 weeks, women have been coming to me feeling so broken. And it gets to you after a while because you feel so sad. It's like, I wish I could have like a magic wand and just be like, make you whole again. But you need to work, you need to do the healing. You need to work on yourself. And there's nothing wrong with you. Again, go read the book, It's Not You. I have a whole video about it. I think I posted it in my community tab also. I think Ramani, by Dr. Ramani or something like that. It's Not You. It's on Audible. It will help you a lot. And after you're done reading that book, find other books to read. Expand your mind. There's millions of books out there that can help you. Stay busy. Do something. And go watch all my videos. I have a whole bunch of videos telling you guys what to do. And try it. Try it. And it's not, it's not an easy path to start healing. Sometimes you have a whole year and a half healing yourself, going to the gym, meditating, grounding. And your ex calls one day. And you feel like you go back to level 0. You break down, he triggers you, your nerve system goes crazy. But you've been working on yourself so much that you're gonna catch yourself and be like, wait a minute, Carolina, what are you doing? Come on, let's get back to the moving our body. Let's get back to the reading. Let's go back to healing ourselves. And I'm telling you, because it's gonna happen. You're gonna think, oh my God, you're gonna feel so empowered and you're gonna feel this. And maybe you see a post of him with some other hoe. And you feel broken again. Like, oh, he's giving her what he didn't give me. This man cheating on her too, doing the exact same thing. Don't ever think that he's gonna change with the next one. Listen, if a man doesn't start his healing, meaning by him, he's gonna continue, and most of them don't change, unfortunately. So just know I'm here. Primary Healer on Instagram, guys. Send me a message. I'm here to talk to you. If you feel very sad, your heart is coming out of your chest, you need somebody to vent to, you need somebody to talk to, you can always call me through Instagram. Send me a message. If you have Instagram, you can send me an email, primaryhealer@hotmail. And I'm not gonna charge you. I don't charge for anything. I really don't. And just know I'm here for you. You're gonna be okay. Things are gonna work out. I'm getting off of here because I'm talking a little too much already of the same thing. It feels like these videos are just repeating themselves. Just know